Howdy, y'all. It's been a few weeks since I've been here because it's been nonstop rain. And when I thought I'd come here, I thought at least it'd be all dry on the inside here, but oh, I'm so sad. Too bad, so sad. I guess I didn't check to see if there was any holes in that big house wrap tarp thing my buddy gave me, and it looks like, yeah, not so waterproof after all, at least the section that I have up there because, yeah, it's still soaked here. I mean, it's not as bad as it was, and I can, stand under here and not get wet. But we have some leaks, and it's dumping rain outside right now. The only reason I'm here is because it's like 60 degrees outside or 59 out here. So as long as it's like semi-warm and raining, I can handle it. But if it's cold and raining, I'm not coming out here because I'm a baby like that. But anyway, we'll try to get up there and see if I can figure out if there's some big holes in this tarp or not, and then I'll adjust as necessary. Anyway, oh well, it is what it is. I'll try to get some more trusses up today, even though it's raining. I'll just push this tarp out and work on it. We'll see if it's feasible to tape it or not, but that's what we got going on. Well, it did indeed turn out to be feasible to tape, although the lighting isn't the best, but just set it up and push the tarp back, and once the tarp goes fully to the back end of the house, it kind of makes it a little bit better to record, so hopefully it's worth watching. You can see I'm outside right now kind of pulling it as taut as I can without screwing it down, and then it is raining, so I just want to have that sunk down there in the front end so the water has somewhere to go and then just pool up. So we'll get back to it now and do my 16 on centers and start and put these trusses up. So if you've watched the other videos, this one might be a little boring for you because you've seen it, but I don't know, a little different perspective now here in lighting with that big old tarp sitting on top of my head there. And one thing was so weird about that roof sheeting, and it might have to do with it being so warm out too, but when I was lifting it up to get space under there were just so many little gnats and bugs in there, and just surprised me that they were A, still out in mid-November, and B, under this tarp, and where'd they come from. But another thing that's been weird, like taking the black tarp off the top plates there to screw in and nail the trusses. So many stink bugs under there. I don't know where those came from either. Those things bug me. Hence the name. But just so many of them. And I guess they aren't too bad to have around until I get my fruit trees put in and garden. Then I'll not want those stink bugs around, but I don't think they can do any damage to the house itself, so oh well. They are what they are for now. Deal with it later. And hey, look, you can see there on top of that windowsill, or top plate, or where are we going with that window header. No 2x4s on top of those to go from the bottom of the top plate to the header, so we'll work on those ones too later on down the road. But just continue to throw these up there and still doing wardrobe changes again. No fleece, no fleece. Actually, when I first started out in this day, it was, like I said, it was about 60 degrees and it was kind of humid in there. I just wanted to go no shirt in it for a while, but no, we kept it on. So anyway, this was quite the challenge showing these pieces of plywood up there because the end points wanted to just stick into that tarp and catch and make more holes in there. But so we had to slowly finagle them up there, and just not doing them the staggered pattern way because of the situation that I'm in with the tarp and the wind and the rain, and that it's not super watertight. So for now, just the main goal is to get as many trusses up as I can and just put some wood up there so that the water won't pool up on the tarps. So that's what we got going on there. And even though it's warm today, I'm glad it's getting cooler, because that little vent pipe there to my left, whew, when I was taking that rotten sill plate off, oh man, the septic gases were coming through there, almost knocked me out. But it was, especially being under this tarp, if the gases were coming out, oh, it would have been nowhere to go. But yeah, I'm not smelling it right now, so that's good. But anyway, different subject for sure. But yeah, just making my way to the end here. It was getting kind of windy at this point, so I went out there, I think after this truss, and pulled the tarp taut as I could from the other end of the house up to about this point. Screwed pieces of wood with at the near the base of the house to keep that tarp tight, but I kind of did it too soon, because I think after this one I can't get the nail gun on the outside of the wall to nail it in. At least on this side I didn't, but on the other I did, and so I have to toenail a couple of them. But once I get this tarp off, the next time I'm here I will shoot them from the correct position. So we'll see if this is one of them. Nope, not yet. So let's see here. Maybe it is. Nope. So coming up sooner or later. I know the last two of the day that I did, I was like, hey, I can't get back there. But then I was too lazy to go unscrew it, so I just did the toenail method, which is fine for now. But we're getting closer to the end, and just putting up a couple more of these false wall boards so I can put the plywood up there and walk on it and not worry about it caving in. I know that it's still kind of wobbly when I'm up there walking around, but because I'm just putting like 4 or 6 screws in each piece of plywood. I think once I get them all in place and everything's kosher, I will put a screw probably in the field every 8 inches, so that'll really hopefully tighten it up and make it so it doesn't flex so much when I'm up there. And especially when I get the foam boards, that'll just help it out a lot more too. But there we go. There's the toenail ones. So we're getting to it now. See, I can still go on the outside of that one. But let's see if this is the last one or not. Nope, one more. So anyway, we'll give you a breakdown here in a second. So hope you enjoyed it. All right, we got another day down. It wasn't the best of days as far as weather goes. Rainy and miserable all day. I mean, I've been under this cover, and we have this big house wrap tarp on here, but as we showed you earlier, it's still wet in here, so I'm gonna have to get some more visqueen plastic. I'll probably come out here on a day that's not raining, pull the tarp back, and then put the visqueen down and then just put the tarp back over it just for another layer protect from the wind and whatnot. But the visqueen plastic will keep it dry. But yeah, so it wasn't too bad because I was under it and it wasn't showering on me. Did have to go out there and secure it a few times in the rain, but the best part about today is that even though it's November 14th, it is about 60 degrees. It's been about 60 degrees all day, 59. So that's pretty unheard of this time of year here, especially when it's raining. So it definitely could have been a raincoat and shorts day. But yeah, I was impressed with how many trusses I got up. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them. And we put up, so I was talking about how I might just throw some plywood up and then call it good. But then when I did this last 16 feet, I did it proper. But since this house wrap tarp thing is not waterproof like it probably was originally, it's just going to get all the plywood wet. I'm sure it's not sealed well here. I know it isn't actually, because it was dripping right here and there, blah, 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 lots of places. So figured I'd just put enough plywood up there for now, just so that, you know, it doesn't pool up too much. It can pull up here, but it can only pull up so much because I do have the plywood. And then I did pull the tarp taut and then screwed it in with a piece of wood along both sides, which I probably explained when I was doing some toenailing on a couple of the trusses up there, but that's how we do. So anyway, yeah, so I got a full 8 sheet here, and then I just put 2 4-foot sections sideways because it was easier to pull up there or push up there, all that good stuff. This last one, I just screwed it on the far end a couple spots so that if we get a gust of wind coming this way, it won't get that plywood flying anywhere. But from what I've noticed, the wind kind of actually pushes this tarp out, so when the water gets all pulled up on here, it'll just flush it out, or if we get enough in there, it'll probably just come down in here, which is fine for now. I didn't get to the point to where I could finish all the trusses. I mean, I only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more to put out there, and we'll cover this side. And like I said, next time I come out here, we'll hopefully have a sunnier day, or at least less rainier day, so that I can take this tarp off, put the plastic down, and then if it's a good day, I will, you know, redo these pieces of plywood properly like I was doing beforehand, and then we'll have a hopefully dry area. You know, it's kind of still dirty, and this area is really janky. This little potato chip plywood. Random pieces here and there. But once we get it sealed up, I will bring some more of my Advantech out here, and we'll just cover this floor loosely with it and keep going. All right. Hope you all have a good day. Take care. Bye.